Is your garden struggling with bare patches? Or maybe weeds keep popping up faster than you can remove them? Well, today I've got the perfect solution for both issues. I'm going to walk you through 10 amazing ground cover plants that choke out weeds, fill in empty spaces, and some even give you delicious treats to harvest, all without chemical sprays or endless weeding. Before we jump in, be sure to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss our simple, effective gardening tips. And if this video helps you out, a thumbs up is always appreciated. It also helps other gardeners discover the channel. Alright, let's explore these fantastic ground covers. Gimbritan, Creeping Thyme. First on the list is Creeping Thyme, one of my personal stars in the garden. This aromatic evergreen stays lush all year, bringing color even in colder seasons. It can handle occasional foot traffic too, so it's great for stepping stone pathways or sunny walkways. Just remember, Creeping Thyme is a sun lover. Too much shade and the inner portion may become woody or sparse over time. It spreads outward like a soft, fragrant carpet, effortlessly filling gaps as the years go by. Once established, it grows into a dense mat that shades out weed seeds and keeps your workload low. Bees and butterflies adore the tiny blooms, adding life and movement to the garden. It stays only a few inches tall and needs very little upkeep, maybe an occasional trim to refresh older growth. Overall, Creeping Thyme is a beautiful, durable, and wonderfully scented option. 2. Elfin Thyme. Next is Elfin Thyme, a smaller, tidier relative of Creeping Thyme. It grows more slowly, which actually makes it easier to manage in tight spaces. The tiny leaves and extremely low profile give it a neat, refined appearance. Because it spreads gently, it's perfect between pavers, around raised beds, and in rock gardens where precision matters. Like Creeping Thyme, it prefers full sun and well-drained soil, and it tolerates light foot traffic. The miniature flowers are lovely and still attract pollinators. If you love the look and benefits of thyme but want a more compact version that won't take over, Elfin Thyme is a fantastic choice. 3. Irish Moss. Number 3 brings a completely different texture. Irish Moss. This soft cushion-like ground cover creates a rich green carpet wherever it's planted. It works wonderfully as a border along pathways or around larger plants. It can handle a bit of foot traffic, but moisture is the key to keeping it happy. Extended dry spells can cause stress, so plant it where the soil naturally stays damp or be prepared to water it regularly. Weeding inside its dense mat can be a little tricky at first, but once it fills in, it does a great job preventing new weeds from sprouting. Better yet, Irish moss self-seeds, slowly spreading to form a beautiful continuous blanket only an inch or two tall. It's ideal for softening and brightening ornamental spaces. 4. Strawberries. Number 4 just might be the tastiest ground cover of them all. Strawberries. Their runners stretch outward and create new plants quickly, making them perfect for covering open ground beneath trees, shrubs, or along paths. And of course, you get fruit. Some varieties produce pretty pink flowers as well, so you can choose beauty or productivity, or both. The leaves grow dense enough to help block weeds, and the foliage itself looks lovely throughout the season. Strawberries do require a little more care, like removing tired leaves, thinning runners, and ensuring enough water and nutrients for fruiting. They grow best in sun to partial shade with fertile, well-drained soil. For anyone who loves edible landscaping, strawberries offer the perfect combination of usefulness and delicious reward. 5. Sedum, Stonecrop. Coming in at number 5 is Sedum, also known as Stonecrop, one of the toughest and most versatile ground covers you can plant. Sedum adapts to just about any location, full sun or partial shade, dry rocky soil or moderately moist soil. It succeeds where many other plants fail. Have a tricky spot where nothing wants to grow? A steep dry slope? Thin soil over rock? Even an area exposed to road salt? Sedum can handle it. Its thick, fleshy leaves retain moisture, making it highly drought-tolerant once established. The foliage comes in gorgeous colors: blue-green, red, bronze, lime, even variegated, forming low mats that suppress weeds and fill in crevices. Just a heads up, it isn't meant for high-foot traffic zones. Occasional stepping is okay, but constant walking will damage it. Many types of sedum produce charming flowers that invite butterflies and bees, giving your garden a boost in biodiversity. Best of all, maintenance is almost zero. No fertilizer needed, minimal watering, and rarely any pest issues. If it spreads farther than you'd like, a quick trim is all it requires. If you want a dependable, weed-blocking ground cover that thrives on neglect, Sedum is a true champion. But Sweet Woodruff. At number 6, let's look at Sweet Woodruff, a beautiful shade-loving ground cover, perfect for filling in darker spots under trees or along woodland pathways. Its bright green leaves grow in whorls around the stems, creating a soft layered texture. In spring, delicate white flowers sprinkle the plant, giving shaded areas a gentle, elegant charm. Sweet Woodruff spreads through underground stems called rhizomes, allowing it to blanket spaces fairly quickly. It prefers evenly moist soil but not soggy conditions. A big perk, it's deer-resistant, ideal for gardeners who share their yards with hungry wildlife. The plant also has a light, pleasant scent, especially when dried. Traditionally, it's been used for herbal crafts, fragrances, and even flavoring beverages. However, take note, because it spreads so well, it can inch into areas where you may not want it. A little monitoring and trimming will keep it in bounds. If you're working with shade and want lush, fragrant, low-grow coverage, Sweet Woodruff is a wonderful option. Number 7 is a delicious and beautiful edible ground cover, Lingonberries. These low-growing evergreen shrubs spread slowly through rhizomes, creating a neat and manageable ground-hugging layer that stays green year-round. Lingonberries are especially great under taller shrubs like blueberries, since they both enjoy acidic soil with good moisture retention. In spring, they bloom with tiny bell-shaped white or soft pink flowers. By late summer or fall, they produce bright red berries, tart, flavorful, and packed with nutrients. They're perfect for jams, sauces, and baked treats. In Scandinavian countries, they're a beloved traditional food. The glossy leaves often turn burgundy or bronze in chilly weather, adding winter interest. As they spread, the dense foliage helps smother weeds by shading the soil. Maintenance is easy. Keep the soil slightly acidic and consistently moist during fruiting, and the plants will thrive with very little intervention. If you'd love ground cover that feeds both you and the bees, lingonberries are a fantastic choice. 8. Kinnikinnick, Bearberry. At number 8 is Kinnikinnick, often called Bearberry, a hardy native ground cover in many northern climates. This evergreen plant keeps its foliage year-round with small, shiny, leathery leaves that offer beauty in every season. When temperatures cool, the leaves may turn bronze or reddish, giving the garden a warm autumn look. In spring, the plant produces tiny white to pink, urn-shaped flowers that soon develop into bright red berries. While the berries aren't very flavorful for humans, they are a valuable food source for wildlife, including bears, which is how the name Bearberry came to be. Bearberry spreads outward on trailing stems, but it roots slowly as it creeps along. To help it establish more quickly, gardeners often layer the stems, gently pinning parts of the branches to the soil until they form new roots. This plant thrives in sandy, rocky, well-drained soil and becomes very drought-tolerant once settled in. It grows low, usually only a few inches tall, making it perfect for slopes, rock gardens, erosion control, or places where you want coverage without height. It isn't fast, so patience is key. But once established, Kinnikinnick forms a durable evergreen carpet that requires very little care while also supporting native wildlife. 9. Arctic Raspberries, Lingonberries. Number 9 introduces us to Arctic Raspberries, also called Lingonberries, a unique edible ground cover. Like standard raspberries, they spread through underground rhizomes, but they stay extremely low to the ground, usually just a few inches tall. This makes them fantastic for planting beneath taller shrubs or in tight spaces where you need coverage without height. They add a lovely textured foliage that turns attractive shades in the fall before going dormant in colder regions. The berries themselves are small but delicious, similar in taste to regular raspberries and a delightful garden snack if you enjoy nibbling as you stroll through your yard. Arctic raspberries love cool weather and moist, well-drained soil. Gardeners in northern climates will have great success, while those in warmer areas may need to provide shade and regular watering to keep them comfortable. Their slow, steady spread ensures they won't take over aggressively, but they will ultimately fill spaces nicely and help prevent weeds. For cool climate gardeners who love edible landscaping, Arctic raspberries are a charming and tasty ground cover option. Leptinella, brass buttons. Finally, number 10, Leptinella, commonly known as brass buttons. This ground cover thrives in moist soil and grows well in both sun and shade, making it highly adaptable for different garden areas. It spreads eagerly through underground stems, creating a tight mat that suppresses weeds. One big advantage is how easily it can be multiplied. Start with a single pot, let it fill out, then divide it into several new plants, a budget-friendly way to cover more ground. The foliage is finely textured and fern-like, forming a soft carpet only an inch or two high. During summer, tiny button-shaped yellow flowers appear. The reason behind the name brass buttons. It can tolerate light foot traffic and releases a pleasant scent when stepped on. Different varieties offer foliage ranging from bright green to deep bronze or even purplish hues, giving you options that suit your design style. Once established, it needs minimal care, aside from keeping the soil moderately moist and trimming any wandering edges. If you want a unique, quick-spreading, low-growing ground cover that handles tricky spots well, Leptinella is a wonderful pick. Outro, and there you have it. 10 fantastic ground cover plants that naturally suppress weeds, fill those bare areas, and even provide edible benefits in some cases. Each one has its own strengths and preferred growing conditions, so you can choose the perfect match for every spot in your garden. I hope this guide inspires you to create a fuller, easier to maintain outdoor space, with less time spent weeding and more time simply enjoying your garden. Which of these ground covers are you excited to try? Comment below and share your plans. And if you've grown any of these before, let us know your tips and success stories. Don't forget to hit the like button if this video helped you out, share it with a friend who's battling weeds, and subscribe to Golden Garden Wisdom for more practical gardening advice. Tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks so much for watching and happy gardening.